Welcome back. I received my very first gift from a subscriber. She sent me, and I've used one, so it's dirty, but she sent me 5 brushes. They have the fluffy crease brush on one side, and then they have the flat shader on the other side. These are my favorite brushes. These are by Mange. Never heard of them. And she asked me not to use her screen name on my channel. So I will say, thank you, Karen. I appreciate the gift. Now that had me looking online for different brushes, and I came across a pack of brushes by BS Mall. It's BS-MALL. Never heard of them. Had really good reviews, so I picked these up. It had, in the pack, it had 5 face brushes, and it had 9 eye, lip, and brow. I used all of these brushes, and I did this face using my drugstore favorites, because the last time I tried like a new product, Juno and Company sponges, I had way too many factors going on. I had a foundation I hadn't used. I had a moisturizer that I hadn't used with the foundation, and it was just too much. You want to know what I think of some $10 brushes? Have a cup of coffee with me, play with some makeup, then let's get started. I've already moisturized my face and primed it. I used the Maybelline Master Prime. I went ahead and put this on so that way it can sink into my skin, and I don't use a brush to put it on. This is just a Physicians formula. I got some redness going around my nose. The voice is still not 100%. I have what is called resistant strep throat, which means it's a resistance to an antibiotic. I'm not contagious or anything. I just sound like Kermit the Frog ever so often and feel crappy. Yay me. So this is, I'm just putting it on my face. This is the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-hour breathable. I will say I've never had this on my face for 25 hours. However, the time period that I have had it on my face, I've liked it. I take the round, face round brush. It looks like this. Now this, as you all know, is my favorite foundation brush by Morphe. And I thought maybe they were kind of, this one's dirty. It needs to be cleaned big time. Now I will say that this one's a little softer. They washed up great. They didn't have a lot. They had some, but not a lot of shedding. But I have shedding on my Morphe brushes too. And this whole pack of brushes was like 11 bucks. That's why I said we're gonna try it with makeup that I know I like. And I know I love this foundation. This is one of my favorites. Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin. I'm in the color, probably light or pale. Light. I'm just trying to use this up. Although I do like it. I like it a lot. I just have some others that I want to try. I'm going in with the same brush. As you can see, all my Christmas stuff is gone. I'm a little sad because of that. I like being surrounded by the happy colors and the angels and all that. Which, I have a question to pose to you all. I have 3 nativity scenes. They're not large or anything, but I have one on my hutch in my kitchen. Well, in my dining room. My kitchen and dining room are kind of all together. But I have one on my hutch in there, and then I have on the mirror in between my vanity room and my dining room, I have a larger one. And then in the living room in the shelf, I have a crystal one. So my question to you is, do you leave nativity scenes out all year long? I mean, I'm not trying to get into any kind of religious debate or anything. You know, I know what I believe. So if you don't believe what I believe, then that's fine. You know, I mean, free will. But I'm just curious, if you have a nativity scene, do you put it out just at Christmas? And if so, why? And what brought this up was Christmas. My daughter asked me, why do you leave this out all year long? So, if you want to know what I told her, I will gladly tell you. This is just my Coty Airspun powder in translucent extra coverage. You know, it's my all-time fave. Gotta hold your nose. I did have somebody contact me on Facebook and said, I was in Walgreens and I saw this powder and it was like less than $5, and I remembered watching it on your video and you saying how good it was, but I thought maybe you were exaggerating about the smell, so I got it. I love it and hate the smell. Thank you. Pretty much. I mean, that wasn't verbatim or anything, but that's pretty much what she said. So I was like, no, I wasn't exaggerating about the smell. And yes, it is a great powder. All right, so we're going into the face flat brush. If I can get that to focus, face flat brush. And I am taking my Rimmel Stay Matte powder, and this is a nude beige. The packaging on this sucks. I don't think I've ever had one that that hasn't broken on me. Luckily, this one hasn't as of yet. Knock on wood. But as you can see, I really like it. I've hit pan. It's definitely an old favorite. So I'm just going in, tapping, and then tapping. Gotta get those ears. I put a picture on all of my social medias. My Snapchat, my Twitter, my Facebook, Instagram. Isn't that all? I think that's all. About my hair. Because as you can tell, the purple is pretty much, or pink or whatever it is almost non-existent. And the shadow root is kind of taking over. So I'm debating on what to do with my hair. I don't know if I want to go darker, or believe it or not, before I started doing the funky colors, I was gray. Still have not bleached my eyebrows. I've got the kit to do it, and I still haven't shaved my face. I don't know why I put it off. It doesn't take hardly any time at all. It's just, I don't know. Going in with the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette, it looks like this. It's the repackaged one, and they've added two matte transition shades here and here. I believe this palette is like $4 or $5 depending on where you get it, and it's actually a really good palette. I like it. It's definitely a go-to. So I believe I'm going to take this as my crease brush. I'm just going to go into the top transition. As you can tell though, this palette is well loved. It's definitely a go-to of mine, but there is a lot of kick up. Wherever you lay your brush down the very first time on your eye is where you're going to get the most pigmentation. So if you want more pigmentation on the outer corner, lay it down here. If you want it on the top to make more of a oval or half circle or whatever, then lay it in the middle and then blend it out. That's what I do. See? I mean, these things are definitely pigmented. You get a lot of bang for your buck. going right in the middle of my crease, or where I want my crease to be. And then I kind of dot it in, just dot, 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 tap, tap, tap. So then you get your base. And then this is called a windshield wiper motion. And then these are little circles. I was asked not to do my eyes so fast and to explain what I'm doing in more detail. So that's what I'm doing. So now I'm just blending, trying to get the same amount of pigmentation on both eyes. And as you can tell right here, when I close my eye, I get that line right there. That's just because I have hooded eyes. So that's why I blend a little bit more in this corner. Now that being said, and I've told you how I do my eyes, this is just how I do them. I am nowhere near a makeup artist. I am just a woman that's almost 50 that has loved makeup for 30 years. 20, 30, 40 years probably. I think I, back in like 7th, maybe 6th, even 6th grade, I used to take a blue eyeshadow that I believe I stole from my mother. And I rubbed it on my lids, and I think I had a lip gloss or something. I thought I was the shit. So since then, hopefully my makeup skills have gotten a little bit better, but it's just all trial and error. It's just stuff that works. Oh, now I'm going in with the maroonish, darker transition shade, and I'm going to, where I have this one up higher, I'm bringing this one down just a little bit lower. Same brush though, and I'm starting it in this corner. So that's where I'm tapping, right there. And then right there. So I go right in on the tip, tap, and right there in that corner. Now I have hooded eyes, so I know you're gonna get tired of me saying that, but I do. I have downturned, droopy hooded eyes. That's what I have. So that's what I'm working with. I'm just going to take a plain brush, nothing on it, and we're going to blend out the edge of where that shadow is. Now this is where all that powder that you put down, that's where that comes into play, because as you come down, you're going to pick up some of that powder and then you're going to bring it back up, and it's going to help you blend. We're just going to do this champagne-y color, and I'm going to do it with my finger. Looks like that. And I'm just going to put it on the inner. This is the outer corner. An outer third is a third of the eye. The middle, of course, is the middle, and this is the inner corner. This right here is your hood. My hood comes down. That's where you get the term hooded eyes. This right in here is your crease, and then this right here is your lid. I hope that makes sense. And I'm not trying to be condescending or anything. Really, I'm not. So if it comes off that way, I apologize. You know how I have resting bitch face? Well, I have resting sarcastic face too, apparently. I don't know. And then I'm just gonna blend. And this is the same brush that we used for the 2 transition shades from the palette. I'm gonna take one of these flat brushes and go back into that same shade, that champagne-y shade. And I'm just kind of building this up. If you have smaller eyes, I have small eyes, and you put a lighter color in the inner corners, It makes your eyes look bigger. I've been asked to do a blue eyeshadow look. And the only reason I laugh is because I don't think I've ever done a blue eyeshadow look. I've done purple. I don't think I've ever done blue. I'm gonna take this, looks like a pencil brush, and I'm going into this color first, right on the tip. Now I'm going into, same brush, and going into the burgundy one. And I'm sticking that close to the outer third. Apparently I'm making some really weird faces today. Or maybe I always do, I don't know. And I'm kind of flaring that out a little bit to give me the illusion of upturned eyes. I couldn't think of the name. I'm going into my Perfusion Cosmetics Brow Palette, if you remember, and I'm going in with this one. It's a darker shade, and I'm going in with the little teeny tiny pencil brush. Right on the tip. And this is going to be our eyeshadow, or our eyeliner. If you wanted a more dramatic look, you could wet it. But you know how I feel about putting wet stuff on my eyes. Don't like it. There we go. Put some on the bottom. Funny story, a couple days ago, we were getting ready to go over to a friend's house. We start on my brows, and then I'll tell you. So I'm going to use the Wet n Wild retractable brow brush, and I'm in medium brown. It just looks like that. I'm gonna outline my brows with this. And then, since I have a BS Mall, I have a new brow brush with that, so we're gonna go in with the Perfusion. If you saw my Perfusion try on, I like this. So I guess it'd be a try on update. I like this. I like this a lot. I use it a lot. We were going to hang out with some friends, and I noticed that my vision was getting blurry. And I looked, and my contact from this eye was gone. And I couldn't find it. I mean, I looked everywhere. And trick, if you lose a contact, you make the room completely dark and shine a flashlight. And when it hits the contact, it'll sparkle. It's weird. My mom told me that heck long ago. I've been wearing contacts probably since 7th grade. 8th grade, maybe 7th grade. I don't know. So we were in a hurry. So I said, well, shoot, I'll just put in another one. I can't find this one. It's the first time of me having clear contacts in years. And I mean years, lots of years. So I was like, daggone, I knew I should have gotten color contacts. So I just popped another one in. We get to where we're going, and I start to feel something down in here. I had a contact that was all the way down here. Like, I had to wiggle it. Oh, it was gross and it hurt. So needless to say, these were my last pair of colored contacts, and I will be ordering some more colored ones. The colored ones are so much easier to find and to see. It was just not fun, and it hurt. It hurt bad. I had to take all the contacts out and wear my glasses, which that's not a big deal. I wear my glasses a lot. And this brow is looking like a Himalayan mountain. Well, at least it's not looking like a Nike symbol. So there's the outline. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish my brows off camera and throw on some mascara, and I will be back to finish the rest of the face. Okay, I'm back and I finished up the eyes. Let's see, I used the lash stiletto under the bottom lashes, and I'm trying this new Voluminous Superstar X Fiber Waterproof. It has the mascara on one side and the fibers on the other. First impressions, if you don't like spider lashes, you are not gonna like this, because this one looks like a tarantula that's getting ready to crawl off my face. I don't know if you can tell. But I mean, I was a fan of the Colossal mascara, the one that gave you like mega spider lashes, so it's okay. Oh, and here's my brows. This is definitely turned into a new fave of mine. It comes with the powders, the pencil, and a brush, and I think it's like $5. So if you see it, pick it up. Now for the rest of the face. Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And as always, I'll have everything listed and linked and everything down below. The face angled brush. It looks like that. I don't usually bronze with such a small brush. Gosh, this smells so good. It reminds me of the beach every time I use it. That coconut suntan lotion smell. I have a mirror behind you, but unfortunately my phone is dying because I record on my phone. So I have a cord. So I have a cord that goes over my mirror. So I either have to lift up to be over the cord or scooch down to be under the cord. Contour, fave, Rimmel. I'm just going to, the brush looks like that. I'm just going to turn it over and use that side right there. So hopefully we'll be able to draw a line with it. Not contouring a lot. And for blush, I have one more. It's called a Face Flat Angled. Looks like that. A couple of strays. Look how soft these things are. With Milani Luminoso, it's a peachy pink color. Now for lips. This is a LA Girl Ultimate Intense lip liner in Enduring Mauve. I would definitely call it more of a pink than a mauve, but one of my favorites. Allergies are making my eyes water. So then this is NYX Butter Gloss in Angel Food Cake. It's definitely a pinky mauve and it's one of my favorites. So I'm gonna take this lip brush and we're gonna pack it on. I used to always put, I think I'm running to the bottom of this, I use it all the time. I used to always put my lipsticks and lip products on with a brush because it gives you more of a precise application, especially with mattes. Mattes are not very forgiving. And if you've got one that dries real fast, I would recommend a brush. For highlight, and then we're done, I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Precious Petals. Looks like this. This is a newer one because I ran out. And I have this brush left, which I don't know why I didn't see that earlier. Never really sure how to use these brushes. It says face tapered. I guess it would have really gotten into the corners and packed on the powder. But I'm going to try it as a highlighter. So wish me luck. Yeah, I know. I still had to blend out the contour on my nose. And I had to sharpen out the contour. I'm going to take this last brush. Little teeny tiny brush. Looks like that. I do believe it's an eyeliner. And I'm going into my highlight. Only because I wanted to use all these brushes. I told myself I was going to use them all. I don't think that I can give you an accurate opinion if I don't use them all, so we're using it. And we're using it as an inner corner highlight. If you've watched my videos, you know how I feel about rules. I don't think there should be any rules in makeup, and even less in brushes. So even if it said on here eyeliner, I probably wouldn't have used it for that. I am trying to get on a schedule. At first I was uploading every other day, and then that would equal out to some weeks it was Mondays and Wednesdays, and other weeks it was Tuesdays and Thursdays. And anyway, so what I want to try to do is either Tuesdays and Thursdays or Mondays and Wednesdays. So if you have a preference, please let me know down below. I'm going to blend out my contour. I was asked if I would do this without skipping any steps. So this is what I do. Where I've put the contour on my nose, I bring that down. And as I've said many times, somebody else is probably watching this that's a professional makeup artist and going, oh Lord, why does she do that like that? And with the flat face brush, and I'm just gonna blend it. Final impressions of these brushes. Overall, they are definitely worth the $11 and some change. I did look, and they have different finishes. I got black and silver. I believe they have black and gold, and they might even have white and silver or white and gold. But they average anywhere between $10.99 and $12 or $13.99. I'll put a link of the ones that I bought down below. Now, the one I used for foundation, loved. Absolutely loved. I think I'm going to put this in my regular rotation to give me a more conclusive opinion on it instead of just a first impressions. As of the rest of these, I like them for powder. I think I'm going to wash this and try this for that inner corner powder instead of my wedge. So I'm going to try that. So look for that in an upcoming video. But these, I have no complaints about any of these. Now, the one that I used for an eyeliner was obviously not the one that I should have used for eyeliner, but whatever. I liked it. My fave out of all of these were these three. The pencil brush, I mean, come on, who couldn't use a good pencil brush? The flat shader, the one that I packed on the color on the inner corner, liked it. The fluffy crease brush, loved it. I mean, it really got in there. Like, these were my three favorites. These were the two that I used for blending. Have no complaints. Lip brush, I liked it. It did well. It stayed in the lines. I mean, come on, can you really screw up a lip brush? Now, for the one that I had a complaint with, this was the brow brush. In order for a brow brush to be really good, it has to be thin. Now, if you can see this, I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell, when you use this, it's so fluffy that the bristles kind of, which doesn't give you a sharp, precise line. This spoolie on it was great. However, if I was using this as a brow brush alone, instead of drawing in with a pencil, it wouldn't give me the sharp line under my brow. But as I said, all in all, I think the brushes are definitely worth the money. So, for those that are asking me about my brushes, because like I've said before, I get my brushes from here, there, and everywhere. I really don't have a set place. But these I like. So look for these in upcoming videos. I think I'm going to be continuing to use these. I like them. I've been very careful about saying this, but I recommend them. This is just my opinion. So take it for what it's worth. As I said, I'm not a professional. I just like makeup, and I like spending time with you and sharing a cup of coffee and playing with makeup. So if that's what you like, then subscribe and hit the notification bell. Have a happy and blessed day, and I will see you next time, guys. Bye.